Hello everybody and welcome back. I am so sorry that I have not put no videos up for the past week, guys. I have been sick. I have had my eyes swollen from sinusitis and coughing and stuff in my chest, and yeah, so I've just been sick, and I did not want to record a video with big fat eyeball and looking crazy and sounding crazy, guys. So yeah, I'm so sorry I've been gone, but I'm back today, guys. So welcome back, and today we have story time for y'all. So today in this story time, I'm going to be talking about one of my closest friends, my unbiological sister. I call her woman. I love this girl to death, and I have so many more story times with this girl. Me and her were crazy when we were kids. We done lots and lots of crazy things. We have so many stories to tell, and I have a lot of them wrote down, but I know I have to talk to her because I know there are thousands of other story times that I have forgotten about me and her. So let's get started on this story time, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about the time that a girl mooned her dad. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this yet, but this is a pretty good one to start off with because it's not a real crazy one, but it's not one that's kind of boring, you know. So yes, this girl, I hated this girl. We will call her Amanda. And Amanda, she mooned woman's dad. And how she did that was she come down to my house, and my parents didn't like her because my family knew her family, and my family's not perfect whatsoever, but there were some things that, you know, we knew, my mama knew that she didn't need to be around us. And my mama did not play. My mama was strict. My mama would have friends come around, and immediately, y'all, when I say immediately, my mama would be like, I don't like them. So my mama was very strict, and she was very hard on who could be my friend, who could come over to my house. If she did not like you, you were not allowed at her house. She better not catch you at her house. So this Amanda girl had come to my house. And for one, she knew she wasn't supposed to be at my house. For two, it was already dark outside, and it was the summertime, so I know it was kind of late. And we were already bad enough that my mama knew people did not need to be over there. I wasn't supposed to have anybody at the house. I was probably 15, maybe just turned 15 years old. So, yeah, she wasn't supposed to be there. She had come down. Well, somehow, I want to say that woman's dad come down to the house and found her there. Well, he didn't like her either. And he was a lot like my mom. Me and woman used to joke about how they were just alike, just he was a man and my mom was a woman. So he was the same way. So he was like, what is she doing down here? She knows you're not supposed to be down here, and blah, blah, blah. Like, he got mad as soon as he pulled into the driveway. Well, this girl, y'all, she did not have any supervision, you know, like she was allowed to do what she wanted. She lived down the road in a house full of guys, and she wasn't very, like, she was maybe a year older than us, but she was allowed to do what she wanted. She was a nasty girl. Like, I hated this girl. My mama hated this girl, and her daddy hated this girl. And I think that her and woman were still kind of friends, and that was something about woman. Like, she was cool with everybody, y'all, and she could get along with everybody, and I was the complete opposite, and I'm still like that to this day. I do not get along with people. Like, people aggravate me, you know, and I only have two friends, literally. I have two friends, and then I have my real sister, and that's it in my life pretty much, you know, besides family. But two friends, my sister. Other than that, there's no other females in my life, and that's just how I am. Like, I don't like females that much. Like, I mean, I'll talk to you and get to know you, but it's really hard for me to bring females into my life. It's really hard for me to be friends with girls. That's just how I am. That's how I've always been. And we'll get into other stories or real life with Lala, where I explain things like that and some of the things I went through and why I don't have very many friends or let females into my circle very well. So, anyways, back to the story. So she starts arguing with woman's dad. And she's like, fuck you, I do what I want, blah, blah, blah. She's out in my yard, y'all. arguing with somebody who I looked at as my other dad, because she looked at my mom and dad as her second dad, and I looked at her dad as my second dad. So she's out here yelling at this man who I was close with, and I don't play that. I don't play that shit. You're not going to disrespect mine or my people in front of me. Point blank period. Just not going to happen. So I'm already looking at Woman like, really? You gonna go get her? And like I said, Woman and her were friends, and Woman got along with everybody, and she still, I'm pretty sure, gets along with everybody and can talk to everybody and all that. But she's like, no, I don't want to, Shayla, you know, this girl is little, and like, because the little girl, she was little. She was like a year older than us, but she was a lot smaller than us. And you'll hear later on, I was the big friend, okay? I was the one when somebody was like, I got somebody for the big bitch. I was the big bitch that they went and got. Like, I was the big friend, you know? So I'm looking at this girl, and she's like 90, 100 pounds. She's like 5 feet tall, but she's running her mouth. Like, she's in my yard running her mouth. And I'm like, oh, man. So I'm looking at Woman, and I'm standing on my porch. Well, my phone rings. And I go inside. And who is on the phone? My daddy. My daddy, okay? And my daddy always taught us, you handle yours. You ain't no punk. You ain't no bitch. You fight. Somebody fights you, you fight. Like, you handle yours. You don't let people disrespect you. You don't let people disrespect yours. You handle yours, you know? And that's how he raised us. Like, we weren't ever supposed to pick on people or bully people, but we was taught to handle ours. And don't come home with your ass whooped because you're going to get another one. Like, that's how it was. So, my daddy's on the phone. So I answer the phone and I'm like, hello. You know, not thinking that they know what's going on at the house. And
so he's like, what the fuck is going on at the house?
And I'm like, oh shit. Okay. So I'm like, well, I told this girl to leave. I told Amanda to leave. I don't know why she's still here. Woman's dad pulled up. Woman's dad told him he had to leave. She had to leave. Like, I don't know why she's still here. Like, she's standing in the yard arguing with him. We done told her to leave. Like, what are we supposed to do? Where are y'all at? You know? So my daddy's like,
if you don't take your ass outside and whoop that little girl's ass, when I get home, I'm whooping your ass.
And I'm like, Daddy, I don't want to whoop this girl. You know, I don't want to beat this girl up. Well, about that time, I'm like, okay. Like, I knew better. I knew I better take my ass outside and I better handle that. You know, because
my daddy's like, you letting her disrespect him in your fucking driveway and blah, blah, blah. And she's your age and you're the one supposed to be in charge.
Like, my daddy's going off, you know? So I'm like, okay. So I walk outside. Well, in our house, you walk down and you walk down onto our porch, and then there's some steps that leads to the sidewalk that went to the driveway. So I walk outside, and I'm standing on the porch, and about that time, she's telling Woman's dad, I'm going to get my drugs, and they're going to come up here and fuck you up. Well, I'm like, okay, I guess I got to do this. And Woman's dad is pissed. He is pissed off because this girl done stood in front of him, y'all. Put her pants down, all the way down. You can see her ass, her private parts, everything. You can see everything, y'all. I look at Woman, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to make a leave. I'm going to put my hands on her just a little bit. But I'm not going to hit this girl. I'm not going to hurt her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even want to hit her, you know? So Woman's like, you know, and she's to the point now because I'm like, all right, well, let's do it then, you know, okay. So I was so petty, y'all. I was like, all right, I'm going to count to 3 and then I'm going to hit her. So, because I didn't want to hit this girl. Like, I had done been in so many fights before this, but I like a fair fight. You know, I like somebody who's going to fight me. And I don't even fight anymore. I have kids. I'm a grown. I'm a mom, you know, but back then I did like to fight. But if I hit you and you fail, like, I wasn't going to hit you no more. If you didn't want to fight me, I wasn't going to fight you. I wanted a fair fight. And most of the time, I fought people who thought they were bad.
You know, like, oh, you bad girl. Okay.
You know, like, that's how I was. And so, I didn't even want to hit this girl. So I walk up to the porch and she's still, like, I don't know if she thought that we were on her side or what she thought, but she is like still cussing woman's daddy, you know, and she's like,
fuck you, and woo, I'm gonna get people to whoop your ass, and blah, blah, blah. I fuck you up my damn self.
blah, blah, like she's just going off. I can't even remember what all she was saying, but the little girl had a mouth. Like, for her to be so small, and I don't know if she knew how to fight or what, but for her to be so small, she sure had a mouth, is all I'm going to say, okay? So I walk off, and I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and I just hit her, boom, boom, boom. I hit her 3 times. She fell on the ground, and as soon as
She fell on the ground, she's like,
holding her face while I hit her, I'm like, you need to go. You done been told to go by us. You done been told to go by her dad. Now, my dad called me, talking about I'm finna get an ass whooping if I don't whoop your ass. Now I need for you to get up out of my yard and go take it back down the road. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass up, get it on down the road. Well, this girl gets up, y'all. This girl gets up, y'all. Okay, so she gets up, and she's still holding her head, and she takes off running like a baby, y'all. And is screaming, running down the road this whole time, like I done demolished her, or I done broke the face off or something. Like,
and she's like, wah! Like screaming down the road at to the top of her lungs, running, holding her face, running.
and I started laughing at this point because I'm not raised like that. You won't ever catch me running down the road. You won't ever catch me get hit and be hollering. You know, I don't care how old I am. I don't care where we at. It's not going to happen. I don't care who you are. It's just not going to happen. So I'm laughing at this point, you know, y'all. So he's pissed, you know, like he is ready to blow a gasket. Like, and he, like I said, he was the type, he tolerated no bullshit. Like, if me or Shannon would have done that, he would have got out of the car and took his belt off and whooped our ass, legit. Like, he did not play that shit. And for you to be a girl and you was a little girl, like, he was ready to kill this girl. So he's still mad at us because she's down at our house. And we're like, or at my house. And I'm like, or me and woman both, is like, we did not tell this girl to come down here. We don't know why she come down here. I don't even remember why she come down there. You know, she lived at the end of the road. And it was like past woman's house. So, you know, I'm like, I don't know what she come down here for. Maybe she just come down here to hang out. I don't know. I don't like her. You know, like, I didn't want to beat her up, but I don't like the girl, you know. So we ended up getting in trouble, y'all. We got in trouble. I want to say we got in trouble, wasn't allowed to leave the house or something, but I just remember getting in trouble. And I remember my daddy comes home, okay? Y'all, now these men is crazy, okay? So they come home. And we knew how many men lived down there in that house. It was a whole bunch of dudes that she lived with, stayed with. I don't know if she was with one of them and they all just lived together, what. And, you know, I'm not trying to say anything bad. That's just who she lived with. That's just where she lived at. And we knew how many men lived in that house. So my dad and woman's dad got their guns and they outside, y'all, waiting for this house full of dudes to come running down the road, because we didn't live that far, come running down the road, y'all, after them. Because she hollered, she done told woman's dad that she was going to get her dudes. And, you know, after that, I'm thinking, them men knew. They didn't give no fuck about her. They knew what kind of girl she was. They knew why she was staying in there. That's why didn't nobody come to save her. That's why didn't nobody come to protect her. And didn't nobody help her. You know what I'm saying? So that's a crazy story, but it gets better, y'all. Y'all just don't know, it gets better. So I hope y'all like this story time. Y'all have so many more stories with Woman. Woman was my partner in crime. Me and her did so much together. I love that girl. I love that girl to this day, even though we live a couple states away from each other. I love her to death. I still talk to her every now and then. And she knows I love her. That is one of the girls that I could call right now to this day and be like, Woman, code red, and she coming. Or she knows, like, I'm coming. Like, that's my ride to die. Like, I love her to death. She's always had my back. I think she will always have my back. And I wouldn't trade her for anything. And I wouldn't trade not one of our crazy experiences. I have so much more coming, guys. So, I hope y'all like this video. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all want to hear. and make sure that y'all go check out Real Life with Lala. And that side is more about real issues that I'm going to be talking about, real things that I went through, real life experiences and things like that. So this is my story time. That will be Real Life with Lala. I hope y'all come back and watch my videos, and I'm going to go make another one for y'all. Bye.